What is up to my Rochedaticans? It's Roche Ball, y'all. Hi, you guys. Today is Halloween, or All Hallows Eve, or I always thought that All Hallows Eve was like the day before Halloween, but I guess it could mean both days. And I think November 1st is Dia de los Muertos, or is it on Halloween, Dia de los Muertos? I said Muertos. Wow. Dia de los Muertos, which means the Day of the Dead, right? So, I got my costume laid out on my bed, so it's the first things first. When I get home, I'm gonna thank God that I made it home safe. Jump in the shower and start getting ready right away. Usually, before we go trick-or-treating, we usually always stop by a drive-thru and eat something. This time, I'm gonna eat while I'm getting ready, so that way I don't have to worry about I have to eat fast while I be in the car, and then I have that cramp, and then walking around to different houses for trick-or-treating, it's gonna be a little miserable. So I'm gonna eat while I'm getting ready. Throw on some Halloween music, and then just do my makeup. Maybe do a video of Get Ready With Me Halloween edition, or if I don't end up doing that because I'll be so concentrated on getting ready, I would do a Halloween costume of the night or something like that to show you guys everything. Now, the clown jumpsuit that I got, and the hat, and the wig all came from Amazon.com, but I will show you guys that a little laterly. Because I'm going to do a video. It's not going to be connected to this video. This video is going to be about something else. It may be a little short. Let me see what time it is, so I won't lose track of time of when I'm supposed to get started. Okay, I'm here early enough. I'm always at work early enough. Sometimes I wish I can just start as soon as I get here, but I don't know. But anyway, so this is the plan. Get home, get dressed, whatever. But anyway, this video is pretty much about... That's not a costume, okay? And I'm sure everybody out there already know what's appropriate for Halloween and what isn't, because making fun of people's culture for Halloween is not a costume. Like if you decide to be Indian for Halloween, that's not a costume. If you're trying to be African for Halloween, that's not a costume. And even for instance, back in 2006, 7, or 8, I went trick-or-treating with my oldest sister and my oldest nephew. At the time, I only had one nephew. And I wore my sister's camis for Halloween. Went up to this porch where this guy was handing out candy. And I was like, trick or treat. He said, I'm not giving you no candy. That's your actual uniform. And it was an actual uniform of my sister's, not mine. And looking back on it now, I had to think, why did I even wear that? I could have worn my pajamas. I guess the need that I had of wanting to be so creative and out there for my Halloween costume, I decided to wear my sister's camis. And to me, those are not costumes. So when I wore that, years later, I started thinking about it like, why the hell did I wear that? What if I passed by a real person from the Army, for the Marines, or Air Force, or whatever, and they saw me with that? That's offensive. That is offensive. In my book. Looking back on it now, it was very offensive for me to wear that. Whether somebody from an army or whatever saw me or not, it was very offensive for me to wear those camouflage pants and that jacket with my sister's boots. I actually wore her boots. I had my own undershirt. I wore the camis hat, the camis jacket. That's her last name, which is the same. Well, used to be her last name, her maiden name, which is still my name, my last name. And I just thought at the time it was a good costume. Oh, I'll just be this, you know. Same thing if people decide to be a policeman, you know. I don't know if that is the same, because they do have policeman costumes, but they don't have ones for the Army. And they don't have ones for maybe a sailor. That's the most, but not totally like Air Force type stuff. But I don't know. I feel a bit shamed about talking about it right now, because it's like, why did I have to wear that? But like I said, the answer to that question is because I wanted to be creative with my costume and just do something that was wow and big. And looking back on it now, I could have really offended somebody that had somebody that was in the Army, still away from their family, fighting for their lives, fighting for this country, and fighting for the people in their platoon. And it was just offensive for me to wear that. Now, again, this is back in 2006, 7, or 8. So from that moment on, I never, ever, ever want to wear another costume that could possibly be, or could just plain out be offensive to the person who really has to wear this thing. Now, I never had a costume from somebody from a different culture, but to me, wearing those camis was kind of almost just the same. The offensive to the people who has to wear that every single day while they're fighting for this country. Most of them don't make it back home because they literally lay their lives on the line being out there. You could be sitting down. Step out and will get hit by a roadside bomb. All these things made me feel bad thinking about it. Like, why the hell did I have to wear that for Halloween? At the time, I was thinking, oh, this costume is nice. I kind of want to do something a little creative, but now looking back at it, back then I thought it was, just a creative, way to show that I have costumes. Plus, I never had a good enough, I only worked in a cafeteria 2.5 hours a day, 5 days a week. So I didn't really have money to go to the store and buy a nice costume. So I just wore whatever was in the apartment at the time. And it just so happened to be my sister's camis. And I told myself, I'm never going to wear this again because I could have really offended somebody. I could have went to somebody's door, trick or treat, and they would have saw that. And just seeing my costume would have reminded them of their son that they missed so much, or the son that they just found out died or something. So I don't want to wear a costume, whether it's a costume party, Halloween, somebody's having a costume birthday party, or just a regular old out of the nowhere costume contest and people go all out. I'd rather wear a very naughty nurse outfit with my booty cheeks out than to wear something that's going to be offensive to somebody else. Even though that is kind of offensive to wear a trashy nurse outfit, but that's just going to make you thirsty. But wearing something that somebody has to literally, for real, wear in real life, from Afghanistan and these different places that they get drafted or sent it to, that was very, very, very offensive. And that was not a costume. Even if I thought it was at the time, looking back at it, that's not a costume. Regardless of what the situation was back then when I wore it, even if I was happy to just wear something, finally got a costume, but looking back on it now, that's not a costume. That's not a good enough costume at all. And I should have worn it, So I just thought I put that out there and give y'all guys that little tidbit that, these are things that are not appropriate costumes. Now, I'm not in your household. I'm not your mama, your auntie, your grandma, none of that stuff. I'm not even your sisters. But I feel like wear what you want to wear. I didn't make this video to tell people don't wear this, don't wear that, but just letting you know what's not a costume. And I could have easily offended somebody. What if somebody passed by us who really wore that and had that on and saw me? They probably would have got offended. Well, I don't know what the response would have been. Would have been like that. Bun is the past tense for been, which been is already past tense. But that's what it's been. How have you bun? Yeah. Anyway, but what if somebody actually saw me wear that and they got offensive? They would have probably. I don't know. I can't even tell you. I don't even want to play around with that. But just the thought of it just kind of made me feel bad. And I'm, a little ashamed that, even though this is way back in 2006, 7, or 8, because I'm not sure, I just made a horrible choice, And even though wearing a naughty, trashy nurse outfit is not going to do any better, but I would probably just still wear that than to wear somebody's camis. That was offensive. I'm looking back at it. Even though nobody told me that was offensive, nobody really saw it to say, All the guy said was, "That's your actual uniform. I ain't giving you no candy." Why do I feel sleepy right now? And this weather's not helping. But anyway, you guys, I just thought I'd come over here and give you guys that video. Again, not telling you guys what to wear and what not to wear. I'm not in your household. I'm not the head of your household. But it's just, I don't want to be Indian for Halloween. I don't want to be African for Halloween. And I don't want to wear anything that will offend any culture or anybody that's risking their lives every single day, just plain being out there, fighting for this country. I don't want to offend the Marines, the people in the Army, the what do you call it? Air Forces people. I don't want to offend anybody at all, no matter what I decide to wear for Halloween. I just don't. I don't think it's cool. A sailor is something different, but somebody who is fighting for their lives in the line of duty every single day, I don't want to do that. Now, I almost got a policeman outfit, but I just want to stay away from something that could offend a culture or a person or a certain job that people have to do. Now, you're fighting for your life every single day. But I don't want to offend people who are really out there away from their family. They've probably been away from their family for months, years plus. And that's why I like to look at that. It's a YouTube compilation of these soldiers coming home, surprising their family members. I look at that and it makes me just appreciate them. And I don't want to ever wear camis for Halloween again. I don't care. I don't want to do it. And not so much camis, the actual uniform with the last name and the little pins. I don't want to do that because that's offensive. To me, it's offensive. But anyway, you guys, I just thought I'd come over here and share that. Because people go all out for Halloween. Go all out for Halloween, but just, the costumes could offend people. And even the naughty medical assistant nurse costume where your breast is all out and your booty's out. But I'm telling you, I would have wore that 10 times over than ever wearing something like an Indian or African or those camis that I wore. That camouflage outfit that I wore. That uniform that I wore that people actually have to wear. Like I said, I don't want to go and step in. I don't want to wear camis, stepping on somebody's front door and saying trick or treat when they have a son or a daughter that could be out there, or a husband or a wife, or anybody in your family that could be out there risking their lives every single day, saving this country. I never, ever, ever want to wear that again. That was not a costume. Not cool.